Your friend says something funny, and everyone at the table laughs, and you laugh too, and then you watch your own hand reach for your phone under the table. Not to check anything, just to hold it, like a small anchor, like something to press your thumb against while the good moment happens around you. The dinner is great, the people are great, and somewhere between the second round of drinks and the walk to the car, you realize you've been monitoring the evening instead of being inside it. I'm Sarah, and that monitoring isn't anxiety, it's memory. You know this one from the inside. The relationship is steady, finally, actually steady, and instead of settling into that, you find yourself rereading old texts to make sure you didn't miss a shift in tone. The project at work is going well, and you're already bracing for the meeting where someone finds the flaw. Your birthday was good this year, genuinely good, and by the end of the night, you felt more tired than happy, like you'd spent the whole day performing enjoyment while also running surveillance on it. You've probably called yourself a worrier, an overthinker, someone who can't get out of their own head. And those words aren't wrong exactly, but they flatten something that deserves a more honest description. Because here's what's specific about this. You don't feel this way on hard days. A bad grade, a canceled plan, a tense conversation, those don't trigger this particular feeling. You handle difficulty fine. Sometimes you handle it better than fine. The feeling only shows up when things are going well, when you're getting what you wanted. When the circumstances are, by every measure, good. That's not overthinking. Overthinking doesn't select for happiness. What you're doing in those moments is something you got extraordinarily good at a long time ago. You're reading the room before the room has changed. You're tracking the temperature of a situation so carefully that you can feel the shift before it happens, before anyone else has noticed, before the good thing has started to turn. That skill has kept you prepared for 100 moments that could have blindsided you. The cost is that preparedness doesn't have an off switch. It runs during the hard days and the easy days and the good days with equal intensity. And on the good days, when there's nothing to prepare for, the skill doesn't rest. It searches. It finds things to prepare for that don't exist yet. And the searching feels exactly like something is wrong. Think about the last time something genuinely good happened and you noticed your body didn't match the moment. The news was good, your chest stayed tight. The person said something kind, and your shoulders didn't drop. Here's what's happening in that gap. Your nervous system runs a constant, unconscious scan of your environment, checking for cues of safety or danger. Researchers call this neuroception. In most situations, when the scan picks up consistent signals of safety, the body downshifts. Breathing slows, muscles release, the system moves into a state where rest and connection become possible. But when a nervous system has been calibrated by an unpredictable environment, the scan doesn't downshift in response to safety. It does something closer to the opposite. Safety registers as an absence of information. Like a radio tuned to a frequency that's suddenly gone silent, the silence doesn't read as peace. It reads as a gap in the signal, the moment before the broadcast resumes with something you weren't ready for. So the system fills the gap. It generates its own alert. Not because there's a threat, but because the absence of a threat is, to this specific nervous system, an unfamiliar input. The body doesn't have a template for nothing is wrong. It only has a template for something is about to be wrong. And when the environment goes quiet, the body defaults to the only template it has. That's why the dread you feel isn't proportional to anything happening in your life right now. The dread isn't a response to the situation. It's a response to the calm. Your body is reacting to the absence of danger the same way it would react to the presence of it. Not because you're broken, because you were tuned somewhere specific, and the frequency of fine is one you were never taught to receive. That tuning didn't happen randomly. It happened in a place where calm had a pattern. Maybe the good stretches in your house came with a particular quality. Not warmth exactly, more like suspension. Things were okay, but the okayness had edges you could feel, and you got good at tracking those edges the way you'd track the weather if your plans depended on it. A tone that shifted, a silence that went one beat too long. The specific sound of a cabinet closing that meant the mood in the house had changed. You cataloged those signals before you had any idea you were doing it. or maybe the lesson was less about volatility and more about shelf life. Good things happened, but they expired. The excitement about something got interrupted or replaced, or just wasn't held by anyone alongside you. And you noticed without anyone telling you, that investing fully in a good thing meant the drop at the end would be steeper. So you started investing at maybe 70%, enough to participate, not enough to be destroyed when the thing changed. Either way, your nervous system made a calculation, not a thought, a calibration. The calibration was, the moments right after something good happens are the moments of maximum vulnerability, because those are the moments your guard is most likely to slip. And a slipped guard in the environment you grew up in had consequences. Here's the contradiction at the center of this. Your body treats happiness as a threat because happiness was, in your specific history, the state in which you were least prepared for what came next. You aren't afraid of bad things happening. You're afraid of being caught feeling good when they do. The joy and the vigilance aren't opposites. They're fused. There's something you've been losing that you've probably never counted as a loss. Every good moment you've had it at 70%. Not because you didn't care, because you couldn't afford to care at full volume. The dinner was lovely, and you were also auditing it. The compliment was real, and you were also deflecting it. The vacation was everything you planned, and you were also, in some back room of your nervous system, already managing the re-entry. You've been experiencing your own happiness through a filter, and the filter is so familiar you've probably mistaken it for your personality. You've probably thought you're just someone who doesn't get that excited about things. You are someone who gets that excited about things. You've just never been able to afford it. That took something from you that nobody talks about because it doesn't look like struggle. You showed up to every good thing in your life. You were grateful. You were present enough to function. But you were also working a second job the entire time, a job nobody assigned you and nobody pays you for. The job of making sure the good thing doesn't catch you off guard when it ends. The strength that took isn't the strength of enduring hard things. It's the strength of being unable to fully trust easy ones and showing up to them anyway, every single time, even knowing you'd spend the whole thing braced. So here's what I want to name, because I don't think anyone has. You haven't been failing to enjoy your life. You've been enjoying it with one hand while protecting yourself with the other. And the fact that you kept showing up to the good things, even like that, even at 70%, means the wanting was never the problem. You just never got to do it with both hands free. Thanks for watching. If any of this resonated with you, or even if it didn't, I'd genuinely love to hear your take, so drop a comment below and tell me how you feel. And if you'd like more videos like this, a like and subscribe really helps the channel grow. I appreciate you being here. See you in the next one.